Hey guys, how you doing? Pat, Elite Action Joe Studios. We hope to have this more organized. We're going to do a big DIY video. Unfortunately, we have been out for the good part of this week, me and Jameson. My wife was organizing a group of people searching for a lost dog in the area. Which in the area includes this huge patch of swamp, woods, thorns, Lyme disease carrying ticks, and somehow me and Jameson volunteered for the job of going through those woods. So we spent a good, 10, 12 hours over a couple of days. This one I'm worried about. We've been all cut out, all bug bitten. And I was going to do more work on this today. I went out 2 more times. There were sightings, yada yada. Anyway, so we apologize if it's not the greatest video, but we've been trying to help the community. Remember, kindness. If you don't know what I mean, go back to my videos and watch it. Okay, real quick, we'll start off with a congratulations to Skunkworks for their 400 subscribers. He dropped a little thing today announcing that he had hit 400 subscribers. Now, Skunkworks, if you're not familiar, I'm sure if you're watching me, you're familiar because he inspired me and Jameson in great detail to one of our first videos. I touched on the fact that during COVID we watched a lot of his videos and stuff and really got inspired to really pull the trigger on this channel because of him. So, and we're shooting up, we're trying to catch them now. We're closing in on 200. I don't know if we'll catch them, but you never know. We just want to make it to 300 like the Greeks. 300. Anyway, okay, so that being said, I'm going to go, so some of these little things we were going to show you guys, I was going to do more with it, but I just didn't have time. Basically, it's do-it-yourself ideas, and I'm sure most of you guys are like us. You kind of think in 1/6 scale. I know not everybody is 1/6 scale, but you think in the scale of the things that you do. So like we always see things in the world that we could go, that'll work for this, that'll work for that. So here's a perfect example. We built this stool. We took it out of the box, and this was on the corners of the wood. And we both said at the same time, we got to save those. We can use that for something. So what I started to do with it was we're cutting it down, and we're going to neaten this up and add legs and make chairs. And there was actually 4 of them. And I actually might use them for some sort of chair in the Bigfoot tracked vehicle. Because this week I got to work on that because Pop Locks had made me the steering things for it and pedals. So it's just like something so plain and simple, and then we saw it as like a chair or something for Joe right off the bat. So we're always kind of thinking that way. Another thing, I just thought of this today too. I was weed whacking the yard, and I had some of these spools, and I thought, you know what? You know what those look like to me? Yeah, wheels for maybe a tracked vehicle, which reminded me that. This old kitten crab that I had bought, so I matched these up right here, and they're almost exactly the same size. So I'm thinking if I ever see on eBay somebody selling a broken kitten crab, I might be able to pick it up cheap, use this, or if I get enough of these saved up, I can convert something into a tracked vehicle. So these are just the spools that the weed whacker line comes on. Now, speaking of the kitten crab, when I bought this one, I actually bought it, I think at a sale somewhere, and the only thing wrong with it was the tracks were missing. So you're looking like, well, they're right there, but it's not. What this is corrugated cardboard. See? And all this was packing that was in something that my wife bought, and I took it and I just put a little duct tape to hold it together, and did a quick spray paint on it and put it back on, and as you can see it actually turns. Now not perfectly, they will come off if I run it too far, but so just really cheap packaging, corrugated cardboard that I made into tracks for a vehicle. And you can make them as big, long. These I just cut down. It was a thick piece. I just cut them back down in strips and measured it. And I could have done a neater job, but I just wanted to get some tracks on there. Another quick thing. Now, if you guys have newer Joes, you know that the arms break. Happens all the time. Now, Jameson is lucky enough to be a New World kid, so he had a couple of his break, and he convinced his brother, who has a 3D printer, to print the little pegs. So he was able to fix his with a pegged or a peg, 3D printed peg. This figure I've had for, I don't know, I think I got it the first year it came out, but I've had him for so long he broke. Well, I didn't have a 3D printer back then, so this is how I fixed it. First of all, this here is actually self-adhesive tape. What it does, it'll stick to itself. The first time I ever saw it, actually, my mother worked it for a vet. They use this on pets because they can wrap it around the fur, and it will just stick to itself, and it doesn't get stuck all into the fur. For the longest time, they only had it in flesh color, but I just actually started finding it in black at Dollar Tree. So I actually just replaced his. He's had that for just the longest time, and it just fell off. So I'm going to take that off, though. So this is how I fixed Pete here. So his thing broke. I didn't have a peg. So I took a zip tie, and I popped it through the hole. And it works perfectly good. Now it does bend backwards a little bit, but that's why I use this tape. Now, like I said, for most of the time I've had them for years and years, it's been a flesh-colored tape. And I ran out of it, and I found this black, so I thought I'd try the black and see how it's not sticky. It just only sticks to itself. And so I also use it for elbow pads, knee pads. I wish I could find it in white. I'm sure they make it. I'm sure if I told my wife to look on Amazon, she would come up with 200 different colors, but black, white, and the tan. So that's something that's an easy fix. Most of you guys probably have 3D printers. Well, not most. A lot of you guys are in my realm, but so that's how I fixed it. A zip tie, a little piece of tape, good as new. This guy's been banging around for a long time. It's one of my guys that got me back into the whole thing. One of my favorites, and of course he's now sporting his new Poplocks 4583 t-shirt. If you haven't watched a video of mine, you may have never heard of Poplocks because, you know,
we only talk about them every
we
so
talk
often.
about them every single video, I think, since we discovered them. But actually, this guy, I wasn't even going to put him on. But,
we have Eminem over here.
So this is my Sasquatch leader, Fred, who, if you saw our latest video, that's Fred in his fancy Sasquatch get up. He's got the beanie hat. This is a special made one from Cody down there, Poplocks. But yeah, this is quality stuff. I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to get going on Poplocks 4583 because all this stuff, new boxes, love them. Anyway, so that being said, like I said, I was hoping to do more with this to show you guys a little bit more of the stuff. I was hoping to complete this chair and do other stuff, but this dog hunt, which is still ongoing, still working on it. We're gonna get her, but it's rough. I just actually came out of the woods and just threw on a fresh shirt really quick. I'm still sweating, but other than that, I just want to give a couple shout outs and then I will shut up. So I've shouted these people out before, but just recently I've rewatched some stuff, and these are some of my favorites right now. Logic Blaster, he's kind of, I don't know if he's new or not. I just discovered him, but he does reviews of a lot of Adventure Team stuff. Mostly he buys the club stuff, the reproduction stuff, but he does customs on them. Really cool stuff. He also does a lot of, he's doing Star Wars figures, Mego figures. He just did a really cool, I just watched before I got on here, he did a really cool Playmobil Back to the Future set that's really neat. So check him out, Logic Blaster. These will be in the thing. G.I. Joe the Lost Chronicles. I've shouted him out before. He just did a new one. Really cool. The setting is awesome because he's in Arizona, and it's just I don't even. He said it was 118 degrees when he was doing these photographs out there. Like, you're lucky your Joe didn't melt. He said he might have melted a little. And of course, SpiderMonkeyFilms.
Oh,
Still my favorite YouTube channel. I laugh every time. And he's got some big stuff coming up. One of which is he announced a contest of some sort. And I made a comment in his thing. I don't know if me and Jay are going to be eligible because we've done some voice work for him now on his videos.
yeah. Are we technically employed now, or how does that work?
Or family, or we
Yeah.
may not be eligible.
Like,
But that's not fair.
Is he trying to get a tax write-off?
Do we quit? Do we want to quit there so we're eligible for prizes? I don't know. I don't even know what the prizes are going to be. We'll see. Anyway, and finally, so it's not a 1/6 scale or G.I. Joe, but it's Lockdown Productions. I think I've mentioned before. He does 1/18 scale. There's a lot of zombie stuff. And he does, photo stories, toy photography, some stop motion stuff. The immensity of his sets and dioramas that he films with, and the battle, like he'll have 100 guys, and it's insane. That's a good thing about the smaller figures. You can get, it's so cool. You got to check him out. And the reason I'm shouting him out today is because in his one of his previous ones, he had shouted us out at the end of each of his films. He does like a gag reel where he does things, and he shouted us out in the gag reel. And then today, in his newest one that he just dropped a couple hours ago, he mentioned us again in the gag reel. But you have to read it because it's like, word bubbles from like the comics. And it was pretty funny. So I wanted to shout him out again. Really good guy. I've been chatting with him a little bit by email. And he said, I told him that I want to get back into we're going to start doing some more just photography of figures, and inspired by his photography. And he said he's been inspired by us with the 12-inch guys, and he's going to break out his Action Men soon and maybe start doing some stuff with them. So it's like we always say, this whole community thing it's rolling around. Everybody's inspiring each other to just keep this thing going. And I said that on Skunkworks today when I commented and congratulated him. Go watch his video today. Read my comment, just like because he started us off and just started clicking with people, and this thing's it's incredible. We love doing this. We hope to get things going here with some stop motion, some toy photography and stuff, some more do it yourself. We're gonna get this dog, and then we're gonna hunker down and do some stuff, and that's all. Jay wants me to shut up because he worked today and we chased the dog. So I'm going to wrap this up for real. Subscribe, comment, share, and like. Check out these people. Links are at the bottom, underneath me, somewhere down here. And that is all I have to say. I'll shut up now so Jay can go take a rest. Okay, I'm out. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you.